Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you all doing? Just back from a refreshing holiday in the sun. It was much needed. You know, when you live in a country where the sun barely shines, getting that dose of vitamin D is so essential. But enough about me. How are you all? Hope you're all doing well. So I've been scrolling through social media and catching up with what's going on. And of course, we lost the legendary Andrew Stone, which is truly, truly sad. But, beyond that, two things stood out to me. First, the constant bitterness that plagues the YouTube space. It's like some people just can't help themselves. They're always ranting, they're always raving, always up in arms about one woman's life. No matter what she does, they are triggered. A woman logs on to social media full of confidence, ready to share her latest progress. She speaks with passion, showing the result of her hard work. Maybe she's fixing her home or launching a business or just sharing an update about her life. Now, a lot of people do this. So why is this woman's life so antagonizing to these two people? Her energy is positive, her supporters are engaged, and they're obviously enjoying what she's putting out there. But somewhere in the shadows, two people are watching, and instead of clapping, instead of smiling, instead of simply scrolling past, they seethe with anger. The moment the woman logs on or logs off, the bitter duo spring into action. Their faces are tight with frustration, their voices heavy with resentment, saying things like, some people love to show off. They're getting a bit much more now on social media. They're becoming too much. Every minute they're on social media, putting out everything. Who are they trying to impress? They're tired of her. Why is she always the center of attention? The anger is unmistakable. The hatred is so tangible, the jealousy uncontrollable. The saddest part, it is not the first time. It's the same cycle over and over. Every little thing the woman does sends them into a tailspin. The smallest win, the slightest bit of happiness, it offends them. Now, let's pause for a second. Why? Why does another person's success bother them so much? Why does another person's mere existence bother them so much? Why do they feel the need to respond? Why are they fighting a battle where they seem to be the only participants? It's been years of this, years of watching, obsessing, ranting and raving. And what makes it worse? They have followers hyping them on in their nonsense. Instead of encouraging them to focus on their own lives, these so-called supporters cheer them on, fueling the negativity. They laugh, they instigate, they keep them stuck in this toxic cycle. But let's be real. These followers don't really care about them. They are just right there keeping the drama alive. And at this point, you have to ask, don't they feel embarrassed? Social media is watching. People see the obsession, the jealousy, the bitterness. They see the same tired ranting and the same unnecessary drama. Yet they continue. They fight a war that nobody else is fighting. And the worst part, they don't even realize that they're only damaging themselves. Instead of building something meaningful, instead of progressing in their own lives, they are forever stuck in someone else's shadow. And that's the real tragedy. Now, let's be real. This is not just casual criticism. This is something far more personal. The type of resentment that eats away at a person. The kind that festers when they see someone else achieving the things they secretly wish for themselves. The kind of bitterness that makes persons feel entitled to another person's downfall. These individuals have convinced themselves that success should come with limits. If someone from the same background the same struggle, the same culture start rising too high. It makes them feel uncomfortable. They believe that if they're not winning, no one else should. But here's the funny part. Miss Donna, yes, I've said it, Miss Donna isn't even paying them any mind. She's simply living her life. That's what makes the bitter ones even more angrier. They have no control over her. So why do people act like this? Why do some individuals become obsessed with tearing others down instead of working on themselves? Some people can't help but measure their own life against others. When they see someone else excelling in areas they've failed in, instead of reflecting and improving, they turn to jealousy and resentment. The bitter ones believe they deserve the same level of attention, respect, and success, even though they haven't put in the same level of work, even though they don't deserve the same attention. They feel robbed, as if the universe has been unfair to them, but they're the ones sowing the seeds of discord and affecting their own lives. When one person rises, they fear they will be left behind. This creates an emotional reaction where they try to tear down another person in the hopes of keeping them at the same level. But here's the harsh truth. Tearing someone down will never build you up. On one side, you have someone who wakes up every day and focuses on their goal. They work hard, they build, they share their journeys with others. They don't watch what the haters are doing because they're too busy winning. On the other side, you have these people who spend their days watching someone else. They waste their time criticizing, ranting, and gossiping, and gathering entourage, gathering other people on board to join in with them. What are they building? What do they have to show for all that negative energy spent trying to bring someone else down? At the end of the day, the woman keeps winning, while jealous ones remain stuck in the cycle of bitterness. And the truth is, the more they hate, the more they expose themselves. At this point, you have to ask what's really wrong with these people. Why can't they control their emotions when it comes to someone who isn't even troubling them? Every time Miss Donna shares her progress, they act like it's a personal attack. Every achievement feels like an insult. Every moment of joy feels like provocation. But why? Why does another person's success send them into a meltdown? It's like they're trapped in an emotional battle where they are the only participants. This woman isn't even arguing with them. She isn't even shading them, isn't even acknowledging their existence. Yet they are fighting. And the saddest part, social media is watching. People can see them embarrassing themselves over and over again. Don't they feel shame? Don't they realize that their bitterness has become their entire personality? But here's where it gets even more ridiculous. The moment people defend the lady, they flip the script. Suddenly they are victims. Suddenly everyone is troubling them unjustly. They cry out for sympathy, as if they weren't the ones who started the whole thing in the first place. And let's be real, this has been going on for years. I've done countless commentaries on this situation. I've analysed their behaviour time and time again. And at this point, it's just repetitive. This is why I refuse to call their names. They don't need recognition. They're already recognised, but for the wrong reason. And the sad reality, instead of being known for something positive, they've built a reputation of hate, jealousy, and bitterness. And that's a legacy that no normal person wants. Another sad part of the entire situation is that they have loyal followers who egg them on in the nonsense. Instead of encouraging them to focus on their own lives, build positive or move on, they fuel their fire. They sit in the comment section, hyping up the drama, cheering them on, while they make spectacles of themselves. They laugh, they throw shade, they make them feel justified in their bitterness. But here's the reality. They don't really care about them. If they truly cared, they would tell the truth. The obsession is not healthy. The constant rant is making them look bad. They're wasting their time and energy on something that will never change. But instead of honesty, they feed their delusion because they love the drama. And you know what's even funnier? These same followers will turn on them the moment they fall out of favor. The second they say something that doesn't sit well, they will drag them the same way they encourage them to drag others. So while they think they have a loyal fan base, it's really a group of people who enjoy watching them make a fool of themselves. Or even worse, people who thrive on conflict, looking out every day for psychodrama. And that is the saddest part of it all. So when a person from a community start elevating, there's always someone trying to drag them down. Drop your thoughts in the comment. Do you think their jealousy is getting out of control? Or do you think Miss D is really showing off? Let's discuss. But, you know, as usual, I always say this is a stupid question because my viewers, of course, are not going to agree with what's going on, with the criticism that has been thrown towards this lady. Why do you think jealousy is such a big problem in our community? Why do some people dedicate so much time watching others instead of working on their own goals? Drop your thoughts in the comment. Let's discuss. This situation is not unique to these two women. It happens in everyday life, in families, in friendship, and especially on social media. Some people can't stand to see others succeed, and instead of focusing on their own growth, they make a career out of hating. But here's my advice. Never let someone else's bitterness slow you down. These are the kind of people who are failing in life. A person who's thriving reminds them of their own misfortunes and inability to reach the next level. It highlights their plight. Instead of facing their own reality, they get angry when things start going wrong for them. When in fact, if they were to focus on their own life, that energy could be used better to meet their own needs. Their behavior is a stumbling block to their own progress. So guys, we've got to learn from these people. Don't let distractions of others keep you from your goals. Don't waste your time on negativity. Put the energy into your own success. So to my viewers, tell me, why do you think jealousy is such a big problem in our community? I've talked about this before. I've talked about, the effect of slavery. I've talked about the fact that jealousy has been here a long time, especially amongst our own people. Why do some people dedicate so much time to watching others instead of working on their own goals or even working together? Don't forget, if you like this breakdown, hit the like button, share and subscribe. More commentary coming soon. So guys, until next time, stay winning, stay focused, and don't let anybody's jealousy dim your light. One love.